Hi there, this is Thomas from VIVA Financial Tuition. A number of you have been asking about our OCS offerings for the May 2022 window, so I thought I'd take a few minutes just to walk you through our upcoming course options for May 2022. So at the moment, the VIVA team is very hard at work on the OCS for May, and we're putting together what we think is going to be our best OCS course to date. So very, very complete offering that we have. Let me just talk you through the different options you have for participating in this course. So first of all, at a high level, very, very complete OCS course. There's about 40 hours of course content between webinars, recorded lectures, mock exams, etc. We have always got mock exams based on this current pre-scene. So for this specific pre-scene document that CIMA has, we have 3 mock exams. They come with model solutions as well. And depending on the course option you go for, you will get marking included for all 3 of those exams. Okay, so with our elite course option, which I'll talk a little bit more about in a minute, you get marking included, which is a big, big thing. It makes a difference, we've seen. It can really make the difference between a pass and a fail, or an average mark and a really top mark. Okay, so this is a course that's comprised of live webinars, live workshops, on-demand video lectures that we've already done before. Everything gets recorded, so if you miss a live session, don't worry about it, because the very next day it's going to be on the VIVA Tuition website. The elite course option, which I'll talk about a little bit more, is the most complete OCS course we think in the market. And that involves a lot of one-to-one personal attention from your course tutor. You've got tutor calls. There's a forum there that is has participation from other students as well as the tutor herself. So we're taking enrollment now for the May exam. And the very first webinar, the first live webinar, will take place on March the 16th, okay? So let's just have a look at the course in a little bit more detail. It takes place over about 6 weeks, okay? 7 if you include the pre-course work. So now would actually be a good time to do this pre-course work. It involves about 7.5 hours of learning time. And what we've done here is we've put together a number of overviews of the main theories from E1, F1 and P1. So you'll see that there is a high level run through of the main theories of E1, same for F1, same for P1. There are questions to test your knowledge there, because often what we find is with students coming on at the OCS course that some have neglected a review of the main E1, F1 and P1 theories, and that will hurt you, of course, on the day of the exam. There are also a series of videos on how to prepare for the case. So talking about the format of the exam, your role as a finance officer, how to use the pre-scene document, etc. And then there is a very useful set of videos on the day of the exam itself. Okay, so what do you do on the day of the exam? How do you manage your time? What is the examiner actually looking for, etc. So they're really, really useful. And the last part of this kind of preparatory pre-course work is actually a live webinar that we're going to run on March the 16th. Okay, so that is the introduction to the OCS. As soon as you purchase one of the course options that I'll talk about in a minute, you're going to receive an email from VIVA with the different links to register for all of these live webinars and workshops, etc. So don't worry about that. So this will take place, this live webinar, on March the 16th at 7 o'clock UK time. It's a live webinar, but it will be recorded and available on the website the day after. Okay, it's about an hour and a half long, and that is with a former CIMA prize-winning student, okay, who now actually works at VIVA as our director of content. Okay, so then we get into the meat of the course, and in week 1 there will be about 8 hours of tuition across the different classes, etc. that we have. So we have a live webinar, covering the pre-scene, walking you through each page of the pre-scene. That's broken into 2 parts actually. So the first session will be on March 27th. The second part of the pre-scene analysis will be on March 29th. Okay, and that'll be about 4 hours total, where we walk you through each page of the pre-scene document, talking about likely exam scenarios and how you'd address those, etc. There's an industry overview of the real life industry, really, really useful. If you want to make sensible recommendations on the day of the exam, it really helps if you actually have a high level overview of the industry and you know what's going on, what are the trends, who are the key players, etc. Okay, so you'll see there are a number of elite course only elements peppered throughout this course syllabus, okay? This is the course option that we recommend for people, who have maybe previously struggled or failed the OCS and are looking for, the most complete OCS course of its kind. Office hour sessions involve, very, very intimate session with your tutor. Okay, so you'll have access to the tutor over 60 minutes. It's a very, very, it's a no pressure type environment, very relaxed, a way for you to ask questions of your tutor in this office hours session. In subsequent weeks, then, what you'll see is we start to introduce mock exams. So we recommend that you take our 3-hour mock exam 1 based on this pre-scene with model solutions, crucially, in the second week. Even though you're not quite ready, it's really good to start practicing exams early on. We find that makes a big difference when it comes to a pass or fail. Again, in the second week, you've got an elite course only element. It is a 2-hour live workshop with your tutor, covering this first session, applying theory, generating answer ideas, really, really practical sessions, these workshop sessions, very focused on the exam and what constitutes a good exam answer. In week 3, then, there will be a series of live webinars, again, everything recorded, on E1 applied, F1 applied, P1 applied. So we found that students really love these sessions. They last 2 hours each, where we take 4 or 5 of the big theories from each of these subjects, and we apply them then to this particular pre-scene. What we're doing here is we're reminding you of the theory, giving you the high-level overview of the theory, so you're reminded, and we refresh your memory in that way. And then we're saying, okay, a very likely exam scenario is this, and we work up a question, and then we walk through how you would actually answer that. And we do that across 4 or 5 theories for each of these sessions. They're really, really really important sessions to attend. And then at the end of this week, you've got the second mock attempt, again, based on this current pre-scene with model solutions. And then we're into week 4, and it's another elite course only element where there's a 2-hour workshop on a review of the first mock. So what your tutor will do here is take that first mock, look at each question, talk through the model solutions. Why is this a good answer? What could you have done better, etc. Address your concerns as a student, to talk about your strengths and weaknesses and where you might have gone wrong. So really, really useful to do that. Then there will be a second mock review towards the end of this week. And you'll have done, as I said, 2 mock exams at that stage. So all of this is helping you really to pinpoint where you're going wrong with the mock attempts and to get better and better with each subsequent attempt. Into week 5 then, we're going to have a key issue session where we're taking the 10 or so most important issues affecting the pre-scene business and talking about how you would respond to those on the day of the exam. Then you've got the last mock attempt, mock 3, and another elite course only element, a workshop covering mock 3, reviewing mock 3. What were the questions like and the model solutions? Where did you go wrong and what could you do better? And in the final week then, you've got a final office hours session. That's an elite course only element as well, where you drop in for an hour to chat in an informal way with your tutor, relax, no pressure environment again to just run through last minute doubts, etc. And then you've got the last workshop as an elite course student taking place on May 7th, 2-hour session, final recommendations and exam tips. So it's a really, really complete course. And this just goes through the different elements of the course, live webinars, our platform talks through, the dashboard there and how you can take it at your own pace, etc. The mock exams covering this pre-scene with model solutions, etc. And then the elite course elements being those live workshop, very exam focused sessions and a tutor-led forum, okay, where you can communicate as well with your tutor and, of course, the other students on the course. So your tutor for this course is a lady called Kelly Davison. She is our OCS specialist. And what we found is that students really, really like Kelly. She's really, really good at this. She's been doing this for a while And you've got some quotes there from former participants in this course. Important to mention that VIVA, was recognized in 2020 as achieving the Global Pass Rate Excellence Award. There was, we were only one of only 6 tuition providers worldwide to actually attain that prestigious award. So it's like a stamp of approval, I suppose, from CIMA. Okay, so let's get into the course options. If you want to participate in our OCS course for May 2022, these are your options. We've got the standard course option. If you only want to take, the OCS, you're not interested in anything else, really good value, £149, and it includes all of this, okay? Pre-scene analysis, 4 hours of that, objective review lectures, actually that's 6 hours, sorry, it's 3 hours. You've got the applied lectures there that I talked about being 6 hours. You've got 3 mock exams with model solutions. You've got an annotated pre-scene. You've got 2 live tutor check-in sessions and hundreds of pages of supporting course notes. And of course, everything is recorded and can be replayed in your own time when it suits you. And there's a private student discussion group. The other option, if you're taking only the OCS, is the elite course. Okay, so the price point's a little bit higher, but we think it's the most comprehensive, the most complete course of its kind in the market. And it includes a number of very valuable additional elements, including 12 hours of exam-focused workshops, mock marking, crucially, for each of those 3 mock exams. You get access to your tutor through office hour sessions. You can send emails at any stage to your tutor and receive immediate responses. And there is a chat group as well in Slack that your tutor is going to be on, responding to your doubts whenever you have them. There are going to be mock debrief sessions covering all 3 mocks, very, very important. So very, very complete offering. Important to mention that any purchase you make here with the standalone OCS course options, you will actually have access not just for the May window, but for the August window as well. So if you need to repeat, and we hope that's not the case, but you would get access to the August window as well. Okay, so 2 very good options there. If you're not sitting, by the way, in May or August, you can just jump ahead and book your place on the November 22 or February 23 courses by clicking on the links underneath here. Okay, very important to mention our most popular option of all, sorry about that, which is our All Access Pass, okay? And our All Access Pass includes not just the standard OCS course, but it includes our standard E1 course, our standard P1 course, our standard F1 course, and all of these other courses, okay? The MCS, the SCS, and all of those other courses you see there. All right, this is by far and away our best value course offering. Students love it. It's very, very popular, and it represents remarkable value because it's just £399 for 365 days, so 12 months of access. So you purchase today and it gives you 365 days of access to all of those courses. So if you're worried, for example, that you want to attempt the OCS in May, but you're not sure you're going to pass, you know that if you buy this All Access Pass, you're going to have access to the OCS for the May window, the August window, the November window, and all the way into next February. So that, is a lot of access. And we keep updating the OCS for each new window. But you also get access to our full E1, P1, and F1 courses. And that's very useful if you want to really go back and dive into theories that you need to review from those subjects. The other thing worth mentioning with All Access is that you progress then to the next level. So let's say, you pass your OCS in May. Obviously, you're going to go into the next level, which is the management level. And you have access to the E2, P2, F2 courses and the MCS course for the next 12 months. So a really, really good option if you're looking to progress through the qualification in the next year. Now, as I said, if you're only wanting to do the OCS and you're not interested in any other course, these are 2 good options. But as I said, the All Access course is the most complete of its kind. Also important to mention that if you want to try any of this for free, feel free to do so. So just click on this, try it for free, and you would register here for free. Emphasize that you're taking the CIMA qualification, And what it'll do is it'll give you free access in your account area to a little part of all of our courses. Okay, so if you want to just jump into the OCS course here, you'll see the November 21, February 22 course offering. Kelly was also the lecturer there, the tutor, and not everything will be unlocked, obviously, but you'll have different parts of the course there. These were all run as live sessions and they were recorded subsequently. You'll see, there's a lot in there. Okay, so dive in, take a look. I'm sure you'll like it. And if you don't, that's no problem. But have a look around if you're unsure. Okay, so that is a high-level overview of the OCS options we have for May 2022. If you have any doubts or you want clarification on anything, on the OCS course page, there is an FAQ section. And if that's not good enough for you and you still have a doubt, please just send us an email at info@vivatuition.com, info@vivatuition.com, and we'll be happy to help. Okay, there we go. Best of luck with everything, and give us a shout if you have a doubt about anything. Take care.